Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to start a new chapter, chapter 3, matrices. Okay, matrices we have not studied in our previous classes, like not in 9th, 10th, 11th. This is a new chapter. So, as you know, when we start with a new chapter or new topic, we start with its introduction, its types, its properties, and its algebraic calculations. Okay, so first I want to tell you that matrices is a new term and it is a plural form of matrix. Here I have written the matrix also, and matrices is a plural form of it. It is a mathematical tool which simplifies mathematical calculations. So now if you have a question in your mind that we can solve any calculation by using a simplest method, then why use matrix? Okay, so we can solve it, but when we talk about the higher notations like sales projection, cost estimation, analyzing the result of an experiment like budgeting, we can't use simple calculations. We have to use a perfect accurate method to solve a particular thing. Okay, that's why matrices was introduced. So what is a matrix? Matrix is a mode to representing data to easy calculation. What is a matrix? It is a mode to representing data to easy calculations. Calculations को easy करने के लिए we have to represent the data in a particular manner. So this is all about matrix. Okay, like I am going to give you an example, such as I'm having three children, that is Anu, Amit, and Aditi. Okay, I have apples and oranges with me. Okay, and now I have to give Anu 4 apples and 7 oranges. Amit is having 6 apples and 8 oranges, and Aditi is having 2 apples and 3 oranges. Okay, so this is the data I have represented, but for calculation I have to represent this data in a particular manner. So I can represent these data in a curly bracket mode, in a bracket, bigger bracket mode, such as 4, 6, 2 and 7, 8, 3. So this is all about matrix. Okay, I can also interchange the data such as 4, 6, 2 and 7, 8, 3. This is also a form of matrix. So what is a matrix? Uh, it can be represented in the form of vertical lines and horizontal lines. As you can see, this is the horizontal line and this is the vertical line. In this matrix, we have two vertical lines and three horizontal lines, and in this matrix we have two horizontal line and three vertical lines. So we are not going to represent it as a vertical line or horizontal line. We will call it as rows and columns. What is a row and what is a column? So you can see these are the terminologies. Rows and columns are the terminology of a matrix, or the data we have entered here are the elements. We called it as the elements, like 4, 6, 2, 7, 8, 3 are the elements, and the rows, the horizontal lines are called the rows and the vertical line are called the columns. Okay, so I want to tell you the other form of matrix, like other definition of a matrix. It is a matrix is an ordered rectangular array of numbers or functions. Now you clear that what is a matrix, but this is not a particular definition. That matrices is a mode to representing data to easy calculations. Calculations करने के लिए हम जो data को represent करते हैं, that is matrices. Okay, but I want to tell you about the matrix. As I told you that matrices is the plural form of matrix. Okay, so we have defined matrices but not defined the matrix. So matrix is an ordered rectangular array of numbers or function. What is a matrix? A matrix is an ordered rectangular array of numbers or functions. Now I am going to give you some more examples. Like here you can see it is capital A. This is a one type of matrix. This is -2, 0 and 3. Here we have 5, √5 and 6. Another type of matrix I am having, that is B equals to 2 plus iota. 3.5 and root 3. Okay, again I'm having 3 minus 1 and 5, and here I'm having minus 1 by 2, 2 and 5 by 7. Now I'm having third type of matrix, that is C, that is equal to 1 plus x, x cube and 3, and here I'm having cos x, sin x plus 2 and 10x. So here we have three different matrices. As you can see, the A, B and C are the different matrices. As I told you, there are some terminologies of matrices, that is the element, the rows and the columns. But here I have written the matrices A, B and C. Remember one thing, matrices can be written in the form of capital letters only. यहाँ पे आप कभी भी small letters का use नहीं करोगे. You are not going to use small letters. Matrices is denoted by capital letters only. So as I told you, the definition of matrix is a matrix is an ordered rectangular array of numbers or functions. Okay, so again we move to A, B and C. We have three matrices. So when you see to A, here we have minus 2, 0 and 3, 5, root 5 and 6. And when we move to B, we have 2 plus iota, 3.5, root 3, 3, minus 1, 5, minus 1 by 2, 2 and 5 by 7. So when you look at it A and B, you can say that we include every number. Doesn't matter whether it is a rational number, whether it is an irrational number, whether we are having integers, the negative integers, the whole number, we can include every number in a particular matrix. And when we move to C matrix, we can see that these are not the numbers, these are the functions. Okay, so as I told you that a matrix is an ordered rectangular array of numbers or function. So we can include any kind of number in a matrix or any kind of function in a matrix. Okay, so now next thing I want to tell you about the terminology. Three things I have already told you, that elements, rows and columns. Okay, sometimes you people get confused that what are the rows and what are the columns. Okay, so don't need to confuse. As you know, the horizontal line, okay, this is the horizontal line. When we move this way, जब हम number line को represent करते हैं, that is also horizontal. When we represent road, that is also horizontal. When we take x-axis, this is also horizontal. So when we talk about horizontal lines, okay, so we called it as rows. Okay, and when we talk about vertical lines, vertical means when a pole is standing on a road. Okay, when I put my pen like this, okay, this is the vertical. And when we talk about the y-axis in a xy plane, that is also vertical. So when we talk about the vertical lines, these are the columns. Okay, so now there is no confusion between rows and columns. And now we talk about elements. Elements क्या चीज़ है? The numbers we have entered, the function value we have entered, doesn't matter whether it is a real number, the integer, the whole number, everything, every number, every function we have included in a matrix is called element. Here 1 plus x is the element, x cube is the element, 3 is the element, cos x is the element, sin x plus 2 is the element, 10x is the element. Here we have 2 plus iota, it is also a element, minus 1 is also element, minus 1 by 2 is also element. So we have already discussed about the element, rows and columns. Now we are going to talk about order of a matrix. Next topic is order of the matrix. Okay. This is our next topic. So order means how can we represent a particular matrix. कैसे हम matrix को represent करेंगे? In that bracket में हम represent करेंगे. This thing I already told you, but how? So as you know, there are rows and columns. So when we take m rows in a particular matrix and n columns in a particular matrix, so we can say m by n is the order of a matrix. if we are taking m rows and n columns, so we can say m by n is the order of the matrix. So I'm going to draw for you a matrix which have m by n, m rows and n columns. Now see here, that is A11, A12, A13 dash 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 A1n. Okay, here we have A21, A22, A23, A2n. Okay, here we have A31, A32, A33 dash 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 A3n. And now we have AM1, AM2, AM3 and AMN. So when you look at this matrix, you can say clearly that here we are having m rows and n columns. What we are having? We have m rows and n columns. So the order of this matrix is m by n. Okay. Now, as you know, previously we have taken three examples. Okay, A, B and C are three matrices. Now you have to tell me that what is the order of A, B and C. Okay, here we have, as I told you, M is the row and N is the column. Okay, so how many rows and columns are here in this matrix? In matrix A, we have total 3 rows and 2 columns. So this means it is having 3 by 2 order. We are not going to represent it as 3 multiplied by 2. We represent it as 3 by 2. Now again, you have to tell me that how many rows and columns are there. Here we are having 1, 2, 3. 3 rows and 1, 2, 3, 3 columns. So the order of this matrix is 3 by 3. Okay, clear? Now we are having C type of matrix. In this we have 2 rows and 1, 2, 3, 3 columns. So the order of this matrix is 2 by 3. Okay, so clear everyone? What we have study in this class, that what is a matrix, how we can represent a matrix, the terminology of matrix and the order of matrix. Okay, that's it. Thank you everyone.